What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Goose239, and as you guessed from the title, we're going to be reviewing Joker, and I find Joker, in my opinion, a masterpiece of a movie. Regardless of what people say about it, that it's bad, it's terrible, or not bad, but it's just very disturbing, it caused violence, yada yada yada. If you blame video games and all other stuff besides people, their mental health and everything, I think the media has a problem of shifting blames here of what's responsible of people's actions. But regardless, some people don't find it great because of the disturbing. I honestly did not mind at all, and we're gonna go into spoilers. So yeah, if you don't want to listen to what I have to say about this movie, so be it. So in the beginning, I was kind of surprised because from my mind, I was curious of how they're going to introduce Joaquin Phoenix. And before I start, he did an amazing performance. And I will tell you at the end whether or not if he's better than Heath Ledger or at the same level. So yeah, and again, I gotta shout out to Todd Phillips for making this film as well. Him and Phoenix did a great job making this film, and the outcome, I feel like it's really great. It really did well at the box office. So yeah, in the beginning, you see his character Arthur Fleck, who deals with all this crap that he has to go through. He gets crapped on by kids at the beginning of him stealing or them stealing aside from him and him getting hit with it. That was honestly really brutal there. And for me, it's like I feel like you're supposed to feel sort of sympathetic for the character or a protagonist, but he is just a person that becomes the villain. So it's kind of weird that you sort of kind of feel sympathy for him of the crap that he's going through, like all the crap that he's giving, like he's taking. But then again, at the end, he turns out to be just a maniac that just kills people and just wow. And it shifts forward that of his mother, of his job. He works as a clown for pretty much for anything, like kids' birthday parties, I think. Like, I don't know. All we get to see with the kids is when he was dancing in a hospital and he freaking carried a gun with him, which was a big no-no there. I love the eeriness of the sound. I don't know what instrument that is. It goes like that plays on throughout the whole entire movie, and that kind of really didn't disturb me at all. I felt like that was like a unique type of thing. Like it's like a part of Arthur. and that all the stuff that's bothering him and everything, and it's really nice, and I find that a little bit great that goes along with the character itself. And all the other characters, I feel like the characters, the actors, I feel like they did pretty well in everything. And again, throughout this whole thing, Arthur's just taking a lot of crap. First, he lost his job because of the kids breaking his sign. His mother turns out not to be his mother. He was adopted by his not real mother. She suffers from these delusional illusions. It's like, I think it's an actual mental illness that creates delusions, and she flat out wrote a letter to Thomas Wayne that she claimed that she worked for 30 years ago, that they had been together, and Arthur is his father. And it's just, wow, I honestly thought like that was honestly true for a second. I'm like, wait, what? That can't be real. Until later, Arthur finds out that he isn't really his mother's son. So it was kind of sad to feel for Arthur in a way that, all throughout his whole life he's been taking through, like I said, a lot of crap. He had a bad childhood. Doesn't really show much of it, like of his past. It doesn't show at all of his past, but I love the present right now. Because right now the atmosphere and everything, like the tone, the mood, it's just really all depressing in a way. And I I don't find it like enjoyable in real life. I found it enjoyable in the film of how they executed, like how everybody is all so cruel. They don't care about anybody else in the world but themselves. If like if a person dies in the middle of the street, will anybody even care? Stuff like that. That's like points like that author was trying to make throughout the whole movie, sort of in his own way. And he suffers from the same illness from his mother as well, like from these fake delusions, because he meets up with this girl that he only has one interaction with, and he actually thought that throughout the scene it was actually really touching of him and the girl that he met on the elevator as he was trying to get home, that they spend some time together and everything. I find that really touching and everything, but his actions cause a lot of problems. So one of his buddies from his clown working job or whatever hands him a gun because, like I said, in the world that Arthur Fleck is in, nobody won't care anything. People are just dangerous out there. And that he hands him a gun, and then there were some issues with his boss and saying, "Oh yeah, Arthur, why did you carry the gun?" Yada yada yada. Still, he quit. He quit his job. He didn't quit his job. He got fired from that hospital act that he dropped his gun. And for a split second, when he was on the telephone, hitting his face on the glass part, I was like, I honestly slide. I'm like, holy crap. That didn't scare me at all. It was just like, wow, that was really unexpected for the character himself to be reacting that type of way. And that he got really beat the crap out of him in the subway station when he suffers. I forgot to mention this earlier part of the movie, that he suffers from the condition that he laughs like uncontrollably. I think I said that correctly. Uncontrollably. And for his laugh, I honestly liked his laugh. I would put it at like the number 2 spot. Number 1, Mark Hamill, best of all time right there. And I will put Heath Ledger's at third at this place. But I like his laugh is like somewhat like given like for a reason why he's laughing in that type of way. And throughout when he laughs like that, you can honestly see like Arthur like when he laughs, it's again kind of disturbing. Well, not for me. It's disturbing for some people to see his face, like how he expresses his laughter. Like he can't control his laughter. It happens uncontrollably. Like it's like you get to see like part of his his throat and his face making all these tight squeezes around his laughter uncontrollably like a maniac. And I have to give it to Joaquin Phoenix there. Like he did a good job of his laugh. Like I'm not gonna lie there. He did a good job. And throughout that, he finally turns the gun on 3 people that he killed, and that started the whole movement of Thomas Wayne. Of he thinks that he doesn't care about anybody but himself. That's what Arthur thought. Until he realized it wasn't really his father and everything, and his mother suffered from those same illusions that he did. That's like further deeper into the movie, but there's not that much to talk about there. What really what broke him was just all the events that he went through, like him getting beat up twice by the kids in the beginning of the film, and 2 by the guys at the subway station, and then having his mother 3 or 2. I'll classify the beat-ups as 1 because they're the same thing. His mother not being his actual mother, that's 2. And for his embarrassment, when he invited the girl that he thought that he fell in love with her and her liking him, went to his comedy show. After he'd been fired for his clown job, he always wanted to be a comedian and just make people laugh. He found out when he went inside of her apartment that really it was just an illusion for him, and he thought that he was spending a good time with a not roommate but neighbor of his. And again, like it's kind of hard to feel sympathetic for the character, but at the end he turns out to be an actual villain. And then there's a bit of a but a conflict of Thomas Wayne. I thought it was excellent to have him into the film, to be sort of like give like a protagonist and an antagonist. I felt like it was needed for Joker to have a purpose of what he's doing, but really he doesn't believe in political things, and all in all, he doesn't. He really doesn't like Thomas Wayne because he didn't believe him or believe what his mother said about, oh yeah, they used to date and all that, or he's a nice man. And I think the final, I don't know what was the final straw was, but from his actions of him killing 3 people in the subway station, everybody was wearing clown masks, protesting against Thomas Wayne being a mayor and all that. There was a little bit of a scene of young boy Bruce Wayne. I feel like they really did not need to added him into this movie if it's just going to be one standalone film of just the Joker only. I feel like they really didn't need to add in little Bruce Wayne, and at the end of the film that Thomas and Martha Wayne died at Crime Alley from some guy wearing a Joker mask, and it's through Arthur that inspired people to do that. They killed, or that guy killed Martha and Thomas Wayne. So yeah, I really feel like they really did not need to add that. I feel like they just need to wait for the Batman film that's coming out in 2021 or 2020. I can't remember which one. I feel like they just needed that whole scene right there needed to be in its own movie and not its like standalone. But it could be a little tie out maybe through the Joker. When we see the Batman, it might be a continuation from the Joker movie, which I really do not want it to be like that at all, because I feel like now Joker is in his own little universe and everything. So I really feel like they didn't need to make like a connection between something else. I feel like if it's standalone, it's absolutely perfect. And the final scene, the final parts, it's like maybe I would give a guesstimate about 30 minutes, like the 30 minutes at the end of the film. He actually starts becoming the Joker and wears the clown makeup and all that. And I gotta say, it's really well done. And he killed one of his buddies that actually worked in the clown business, and also him handing him the gun and everything. And yeah, that really made him become the absolutely clown prince of crime there. And he starts going a little bit on a killing spree, but he only killed like 3 guys from the subway station. One was his mother, his own mother that she adopted him. One of his buddies from the clown business, and then Murray, the guy who made fun of him in the first place, invited him to the show, and he straight up killed him. After a few bits of dialogue, he ends up killing Murray, the guy who's a comedian who just made fun of Arthur Fleck for his stand-up comedy, that he invited the girl to do his comedy routine. And throughout that, it was really something. I feel like this film is like, I feel like if a person can like stand I don't know what similar film is like this, but if they can't stand something like this, then sure, go watch Joker. It's really not that bad, but it's really throughout the scenes when he laughs, it's just disturbing. I feel like that's the only way I can describe it. It's fun. It's like when he laughs and the way he acts, the way the camera moves around, focuses on him and everything, it's really disturbing. It's just like you want to cover your eyes and wait until something else happens. I feel like that's the type of vibe I'm getting, but no, I watched through the whole thing, and the camera, how do I say this, like the camera photography and all that, the camera focuses and movement, it was done really well. I love the shots that it was taking throughout this whole entire film. And I think one of them is when Arthur was going to the Wayne's mansion. I love that whatchamacallit, I love that picture motion right there that I saw. I felt like it was really well done. Again, I got to give credit to Tom Phillips on just making this film. And at the end, when I said earlier that he becomes the Joker, there's only like 30 minutes of him actually in his full outfit and makeup, and it looks absolutely beautiful. It's just like that one shot when he gets out of the subway station after putting down the mask. I feel like that what is it, that like half second when he stands still after he puts in the cigarette in his mouth, it's just amazing. That moment right there was just amazing. And I gotta give it to Joaquin Phoenix. Like, his performance is just outstanding. Like, he had to absolutely like lose like, I think 30 pounds to make this film like how it is, and that's just really amazing. Like, he showed the commitment to the film, to do this in general, and that's just wow. And then at the end, Thomas and Martha Wayne died. Everybody was praising Joker because of his act of killing those 3 guys in the subway station caused an outrage throughout the whole Gotham City, and it kind of created its own little anarchy where people are breaking cars and all that. But I haven't seen anybody like dead because of his actions. Maybe just like one from from Thomas and Martha Wayne. But yeah, like I said, really done performance of Joaquin Phoenix. Todd Phillips did a great job directing it. I would give Joker a 10 out of 10. Really well done masterpiece. And how, like I said at the end, how I would compare him to Heath, I feel like both of them are great in their own respective films. I can't really decide who is the superiority of the Joker, because Joker on its own, for Joaquin Phoenix, he did a good performance of a man who's broken, a man who's facing through hard issues, becomes broken and becomes this being that has nothing to lose. It's just I don't know what other words can go there. And with Heath Ledger's being like a force to be reckoned with, I feel like that's one way to say it. It's really well done what he did in The Dark Knight, and Joaquin for what he did in Joker. But like I said, I can't really give not a good explanation, but I can't give like a good decidement of which one of those 2 great actors did perform well as the Joker. Both of them, in their own respective films, they both did great in their own way, and both of them showed uniqueness to their character, their arc, their motivation and goals. I love them both, and yeah, that's just my opinion. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know down below in the comments below if you have watched Joker or not, and if you think it's a great film or a bad film, if you think Joaquin's performance of the Joker was better than Heath Ledger, or Heath Ledger's performance being better than Joaquin Phoenix. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say or talk about in this review. Hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you all have a wonderful morning, night, and day, whatever the occasion is. My name is Heath Ledger I. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.